we go. We are live. If y'all are back, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope that you did the refresh thing like I told you to do because that's how you got here. All right. So right now we starting off. It might have been 5 this morning, but it's 5 right now, and we are into afternoon success. And I have with me on stage right now Valencia Holland. She's going to tell us about how to use personal style to build your brand. Hey, Valencia, what's happening?
Hey Carol, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. I could not sleep last night at all.
Me
Like I woke up at two
either.
o'clock. I couldn't sleep. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I finally got up at 5, and I've been going ever since. But I was just so excited about putting this on, about talking with all of y'all, about having you too, because style, we can all talk about style, right? We need some help.
Yeah,
So what I
I'm
would
happy
love
to
for you to
be
do.
here. Thank you for having
Yes, yes,
me.
I'm happy to have you here. And I met you through a referral.
Yes,
Toy
yes,
Johnson
boy.
Vincent. I have to think about her name. Yeah. So I met her. She's the bomb.com. You need to get her. Then I had you on my podcast, and now I have you here, and you are the bomb.com, my friend. So what I would love for you to do is tell everybody about, who you are, who you work with, what the result is, and then we're gonna get into this branding thing with style because I can't wait.
Absolutely. So my name is Valencia Holland. I am the style educator. So I own and operate an image consulting firm. Our firm specializes in personal styling services for women. So you're going to think makeovers, closet and wardrobe organization, as well as personal shopping. And our goal and mission is to help women love their body shape, learn and understand how to dress for it so that moving forward, they can build a healthier wardrobe for their personal as well as their professional life. So that is what I do. That is how I show up and serve.
Mm-hmm.
I have been doing this now professionally for 9 years, but
All right.
passionate forever. So I always like to say that I was the go-to girl for friends and family, helping them figure out what they wanted to wear and decided
Mm-hmm.
to, turn it into a business.
Right. I love that. And I know I might ask you some of the stuff that we talked about on the podcast because I'm just so fascinated with what you do, and how you dress is a part of your brand and all that. And I know I've talked to several people like, they would say, not me, they would say, I wear the off the shoulder thing, that's my brand. I wear yellow, that's my brand, or, I keep my hair this way, that's my brand. How do we know what our brand is, and how do we get a brand? I'm talking about styling. I'm talking about
Right,
styling.
right.
How do we do that? How do we do that?
Absolutely. So I think there's a lot of misconceptions as well as miseducation when it comes to using your personal style for branding. But
Mhm.
when you actually look at personal style and break it down, it's basically who you are, right? It's who you
Right.
are as an individual. And you want to translate who you are into what it is that you're doing. So it doesn't really matter what industry you're in, it's just all about how you want to show up and be
Mm.
yourself in that environment that you're present in, right? And so when I mention helping
Right.
women build wardrobes for their personal and professional, because again, we're multifaceted people, right? We're not just about our business, we have other things. But again, as far
Right.
from a branding point of view, as you mentioned, there are people who focus on wearing their brand colors, or for example, I have a brooch on,
Right.
and this can be considered a conversational piece. So if we were in like a in-person networking, that is something that I could use to say.
Mhm.
Someone can say, "Oh, I like your brooch," and then I can say, "Oh, thank you so much. I'm a style educator," and blah blah blah. So it's about how you want to
Oh.
write. It's a lot of different ways.
Mhm.
But it really comes down to who you are as a person and how you want to show up in your specific community, industry, again, whatever it is that you're doing professionally when it comes to building your brand. Because we live in
Mhm.
a world where even with Zoom now, right, we're still interacting with another person. We're still looking at each other. So it's important
Yeah.
to make sure that you're showing up and you're still looking polished and you're still looking professional. And that's a first impression, and we want to make sure that we're making a lasting impression. And I think some people are separating their brand from themselves but forgetting that you yourself are the brand. And I know that for some industries and some businesses, some people aren't the face, right? Some people aren't, they're
Mhm.
not, where
Yeah.
some people are. So it does also depend on where you fall in that category, like if you're the face of your brand or if you're more behind the scenes and people don't even know you're the owner or anything, that would also be
Mhm.
something that's different. But generally, is who you are as a person, and how
Mm.
you want to show up and how you want to look.
Wow. You said so much right there. I mean,
You
you
know
said a
me. You
lot
know I
to you.
can go on and on
Yeah,
about this stuff.
I know, I can tell it's your passion. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can tell it's your
it
passion, but
is.
that's good. That's who we need to talk to. We need to talk to people and entrepreneurs who are passionate about what they do and can relate that passion very easily to
Mhm.
others so that they can then go, but you just made me think like, okay, what is my brand? What do I want it to be? Because my husband has always been after us. We need to get some of those t-shirts with the little logos on them. I'm like, cool.
Right, right,
But other than that, what is my brand and how am I looking? And I know when our businesses get usually when our businesses get to a certain level, then we're going to the style expert and stuff. But for you, we can come to you like right now, right?
right,
When we're
right.
starting to develop this thing.
Right. And the reason that people can come to me in the beginning, because again, not only is branding personal, when you think about personal on more of a like psychological level, I always tell people when people say things like, well, does it really matter? And I'm like, okay, think about a special occasion in your life, your birthday, your anniversary, your wedding. You actually were strategic about wanting to look and feel your best. You made a choice in your
Yep.
mind to say, I want to make sure I look good, but not to rain on anyone's parade. Those are really one time, thing during the year, but every day of our lives we're getting up. Why are we not dressing and taking that initiative to want to look good every day? Because it does affect your confidence. And when you
Yeah.
have a brand, you want that to show. You want to be confident. You can't sit up here and give your elevator speech or share what it is that you're doing with people if you're not
Hmm.
confident within yourself, because again, it's a
Right.
psychological thing. And so it does help your self-esteem. It does help your self-confidence, which again seeps into your brand, seeps into your business. And so this is why
Hmm.
it's important as well for you to hone in on, who am I? How do I want to show up? How do I want to dress? Because we can't get around it. It's something we do every
Mm-mm.
day. It's something we
Right.
do every day. We get dressed every
Right.
day. Whether you put
Yeah.
effort into it or not, you still got to put clothes on. We can't just walk around without clothes, is what I, tell people. But so it's
I
important
mean,
that,
if we're on a nudist beach or something,
oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
but
different.
you
Yeah.
know how that's a little far off, but you know how people identify with us. They see us
Hmm.
because I have a good friend. I've never met her in person, but online, she's all about branding and branding your business. And she was like, red is not her color, but red is the color that looks really good on her. So she wears red and gold or red or gold all the time, so that when she's doing speaking or whatever, she knows. So tell us a little bit about how do we figure that stuff out? How do we get to like what's the color and what's the type? Are we going to wear it off the shoulder? How do we even get to that stuff? That boggles my brain. That's what I want to know.
Absolutely. That's a great question. So, one of the services I provide in my styling packages is a color analysis, because, as she mentioned,
Mm,
there are certain color tones that complement your skin. The same way that
right.
there are certain, pieces of clothing that complement your skin. Color is the
Hmm.
same way. And I like to, bring it back to, I don't know about you, but I know growing up, when I got to a point where I was allowed to wear makeup, my mom taught me how to
Yeah.
put that that swatch on the back of your hand, and you kind of
Right.
see, okay, what looks good. That was kind of my introduction, so to speak, right? It's kind of learning.
Right.
But there is a special education and training that stylists can take. I've actually taken it. And so what it is
Hmm.
it teaches us, based off of three things. It's based off the color of your hair, the color of
Mm,
your eyes, as well as the color tone of your skin. And depending
okay.
on Yep. So depending on those three things, you would fall into different categories, and then based off that category, that would determine what color palette is most complementary to you. And so the colors
Wow.
go on and on and on and on and on and on. And so I know that she's mentioning red, but in order for you to find out,
Hmm.
you can most definitely work with a professional. You can work with me, but you would most definitely need to work with someone who
Hmm.
has that knowledge and expertise in that area to make sure that they're doing the proper color analysis for you. So that's basically what it is. And it could have just been
Oh,
her
okay.
trying it
That's
on and
that's good
seeing
to know.
how it looks and saying, okay, I know red looks good on me, but basically those
Uh-huh.
three things is what really lets us know what colors work for you.
Oh, okay. Now, what if, let me ask this, what if my logo is shocking pink and lime? Of course, we'd probably never put that together, but if my logo is shocking pink and lime,
Mhm.
how would I go about picking the colors that I'm going to wear for my personal style if I'm trying to, talk about my business and represent my business, or can they be different? Can my
Right.
logo be like the logo here for the summit, for instance, is blue and red. I love red, but what
Mhm.
if I didn't like red? What if I wanted yellow? Can those things be different?
Absolutely. So again,
Mm.
as I mentioned earlier, it would depend on how, if you're the face, right? It would depend
Oh,
if
okay.
you are like really extremely involved and people see you. And so let's take it
Mm.
down there for real quick. So if people saw you and you were involved and you did have a lime and a pink, and I'm not an Asian
Yeah.
person for some reason that's popping in my mind, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You don't
true.
have you can yeah you can have it where you maybe have a solid color shirt. Like you mentioned, your husband has been saying you guys need to get the branded shirts. You
Mhm.
can maybe
Mhm.
do like a white shirt, but then your
Mm.
logo is there, and then you keep everything else
Oh,
neutral. Or you can do
okay.
what I like to say when you have those type of colors that kind of seem very loud and rambunctious. I say
Uh-huh.
do subtle things. Maybe wear a
Mm.
scarf. Maybe I mean, lime green and purple is kind of out there. Maybe your socks. So just little
Yeah, yeah, I
accessories.
got you.
I would say accessories. Use accessories. Maybe your
Mhm.
earrings, right? No, your
Yeah,
outfit is not, but maybe your earrings are like that, or you find like a cute little bag that has those colors, or you have a bag, but then how now there's that trend where you wear a scarf around your handbag. Maybe your
yeah.
scarf is lime green and pink. So again, if you were more of someone who was the face of your brand, there's some
Mhm.
different ways that you can incorporate those colors without it going against your color analysis. Now, if you're
Okay.
someone who isn't the face, then it really wouldn't matter. It would just be
Right.
if people were seeing this, like seeing how it's red and white here
Mhm.
on the
Mhm.
screen, then that would be something different. So it would just depend on if you're the face or not, how involved you
Mm.
are, as far as
Okay. That is some deep stuff. Oh my gosh. I mean, seriously, never thought about it that much. I mean, I like fashion and certain
Mhm.
things I like to wear and stuff. I know what looks good on me, but I never ever really, really, truly thought about it until now. And you're bringing out this easy stuff. It's like I never thought about that. That is so simple and easy. I should be doing
Yeah.
that. So I will be doing
Yeah.
that. So just let you know. So I know
Mhm.
you got a free gift for everyone. Let's
Yes.
tell them what it is so they can go grab that thing and start working with you, girl, because you are needed. I'm telling you.
Thank you so much. So, as I mentioned earlier, that my mission and goal is to help women love their body shape and learn how
Hmm.
to dress for it moving forward. And so, what I've done is I've created a quiz because I get a lot of people who want to know, right? They're like, I don't know what my body shape is. I don't know what I am. I think
Right.
I'm this. I don't know. And so, what I've done is actually created a quiz that they can take, which will tell them what their proper body shape is. And then they'll receive some additional details, just some more specifics and insight on what that means for them, and just some other helpful things like what they should stay away from or what they should look to do moving forward. And so I felt that it was important to create that because that is a part of my brand, right? Speaking of branding,
Hmm.
and a
Yeah.
part of my mission, and something that women ask, right? And so I felt that it was a need to create that.
Good deal. I love it. I love it. And how can people find you? Where's your website? What's that link, girlfriend? What's
Yeah,
that
so
link?
everybody everyone can find me at valenciaholland.com.
Okay.
My name is there, and it's
Brandon.
Holland, like,
Brandon.
huh?
Look, Brandon. Find me on look, use my name. You
Yeah,
can find me. There you go.
yeah. So you can find me on valenciaholland.com. I'm also on social media, Instagram and Facebook. The Style Educator is my handle. You can see that there. So Instagram and
Okay.
Facebook is The Style Educator, and then I'm on LinkedIn as Valencia Holland. And
Okay.
all of those links are on my website as well. So if you just go to my website, all of my social links are clickable. It'll take you right to the page, and you can follow and join me from there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you for this education lesson, honey. I really needed it. I mean, I'm serious. You put a new light on things for me. So you never know what I'm going to be showing up with because I will be
Oh, I'm ready. I
messaging
want
you.
to see.
Yeah, Yeah, look, this is my new style. This something, but I'm gonna be working on
Yes.
that. I'm gonna have to go get that quiz too and see what's going on. But thank you so much. I appreciate
Of
it. You have a great one.
course.
Thanks for taking time
You
out of your day to
too.
come here.
Thank you so much for having
Yeah.
me.
All right,
Bye.
bye bye for now. Oh man, that was awesome. I didn't even know she was gonna come like that. She did. She did that. I should have known. That's why I asked her here. Let me stop saying that. I knew she was gonna come good like that.